Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and in today's video I'm going to try something different. And instead of trying to tactically review a team/player, I will be implementing these real life systems in FIFA and see how that goes. And I will be doing most of these videos in the coming weeks. And if you have any suggestions or you wish to see the custom tactics or instructions for a particular team, then do feel free to suggest by dropping it down in the comment box. And yeah, let's see how it goes. And so in today's video, we will talk about how Thomas Tuchel's Chelsea plays in real life, the principles that he follows, and his preferred lineup with instructions. So let's get into it. Alright, so the team usually lines up like this. It lines up in a 3-4-3 system with Azpilicueta, Thiago Silva, and Rudiger as the centre backs, with Mendy in goal, and Jorginho and Kante as the holding centre mids, along with Chilwell and James playing as the full backs who join in on the attack, or left mids and right mids, however. And Mount and Havertz playing as the inverted forwards or wingers, while Werner is at the top of the pyramid leading the front line. So this is his strongest side in my opinion, and his opinion as well. I mean, this is the team that he usually starts with against tougher opponents. So let's get into the tactics and see how they play. So usually defensively they're really strict. They play in a low block, but they're really aggressive. So for this I would go press after possession loss, with the width being less. They usually they have a very narrow they usually drop really deep, and they hold their defensive position, not trying to leave a lot of open spaces and stuff. So I would say width is around 4. The depth is also around the same, because they usually don't press really high. They're really disciplined when it comes to defense, but they're really aggressive, and that's the reason for the press after possession loss. But these are the ideal defensive tactics that they opt for most of the time. Offensively, they do go with the possession based play. They don't opt for anything else. Long ball, not so great. Possession is perfect. It goes with Tuchel's principles. He is much like Pep, follows that possession based playing. And so the width, he likes to spread the pitch out really wide to create spaces in between for his inverted forwards to pass the balls into, or break. He basically prefers having more space down in the middle, so he likes to stretch it out completely. So I would say width around 7 bars. Players inside the box, you don't see a lot of players entering into the box, so I would say this is around neutral. Corners and free kicks barely mean anything, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. So these are the tactics. Now let's get into the instructions. So let's start with Mendy. For saving on crosses, I'd say he comes for the crosses, so I'm gonna put it as that. You do see him in real life coming out for crosses and stuff. Saving outside box, I'm gonna keep it balanced because his defensive line is usually close to him. He doesn't have to step out of the box, act like a sweeper keeper, and so on. So this is perfect. So this is perfect. Now, the center backs, all of them are going to be on the attacking support is going to be on stay back while attacking. The interceptions are normal interceptions, nothing crazy, the same old stuff, the default stuff. Stay back because they're defenders, there's no point having them on the attack. Interceptions normal, because if you do put this on aggressive, like I've mentioned in my previous videos, it drains the stamina a lot, and you will not see the player performing to his best of his abilities. So it doesn't really make any sense to keep him on aggressive. I would say keep him on normal. So all the defenders, these are the tactics. For the holding mids, this is interesting because usually Jorginho is the one who stays back, and he usually tends to stick closer to his defensive line, being really disciplined in his positioning, usually dropping between the defensive line to collect the ball from deep and playing it into Werner or over the opposition's defensive line. So he's the playmaker, deep lying playmaker. So I'd say he stays back while attacking. And interceptions, as I said, normal interceptions, nothing crazy. Kante, on the other hand, is a box-to-box midfielder. You must be seeing him in real life. He's incredible. He just runs. I think he plays everywhere on the pitch. I would play him. Like he's brilliant. He's an engine. So yeah, for him, attacking support, I'm gonna keep it unbalanced. Support on crosses, stay on the edge of the box. Positioning freedom, free roam, and defensive position, cover center. These are normal stuff, except so basically the tactics for both the midfielders are the same, except one of them will be given the liberty to join in on the attack, while Jorginho preferably stays behind. Now going into our fullbacks, that is Chilwell and James. Both of them will have the same tactics. They stay wide. They do get in behind, and I'm going to put them on default when it comes to position. Nothing crazy, normal stuff. Yeah, same for him as well. Stay wide, get in behind. Also get into the box, because you do see them often getting into the box and scoring those extra, giving them that extra, body inside the box to be at the receiving end of the crosses. So yeah, this would be perfect. And for the wingers, this is again, you do see this happening at times. Havertz is that he does cut inside often, but he usually breaks into the defensive line. So I'm going to put him on get in behind and get into the box. He does act like a second striker at times. He is really aggressive and really offensive, so it's perfect. Come back on defense, obviously. While Mount, on the other hand, he cuts inside, of course, but you don't see him getting into the box very often. In fact, you see him as a playmaker, drifting into the center, trying to slip those balls into Werner and Havertz. So he acts like a playmaker. So he likes to have the ball at feet, and instead of making those runs, he prefers to come towards the ball. So that's why I come short for support runs. Defensive support, come back again, get into the box for the cross. Obviously for the cross, it's always important. Yeah, so cut inside, come short, perfect. Interceptions again, normal. Now Werner, in real life, in Tuchel's actual system, obviously he does get in behind, but he doesn't stay central that often. He drifts wide. He usually moves to the left of the pitch most of the time, but you also see him moving to the right of the pitch. But usually he moves into the left side, and then he makes way for Mount, Havertz, and Kante to push in, so he can feed the ball on the counter attack. Yeah, so drift wide, get in behind, and stay forward. I would put him on stay forward because having him up front means that he would be sticking to the opposition's defensive line, and Jorginho or Silva and Azpilicueta are really good on the ball, so you could play a chip ball over the defensive line to have him break through and score goals on the counter attack. So yeah, these are the tactics that I play them with. This is how Thomas Tuchel plays in real life. Yeah, so this is all I have for today's video, and if you wish to see more content like this, if you want to see custom tactics and instructions for other teams, and if you have any suggestions, then like I said in the beginning of the video, do post it down in the comment box so I can have a look at it and make some videos for y'all. So let me know, and I'll see you guys in the next one.